it's Don here from the board. Thanks for coming along and checking out this video. Today we're going to be having a look at Kailh Pro Purples, I think. Let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so here is a packet of switches. I bought these, but I forgot what they were. So we're going to try and do a bit of sleuthing in that context because I know they're Kailh switches. They have Kailh printed on the actual housing. You can see it on the reflection there. And they are a purple stem. So that's why I think they are Kailh Pro Purples. So to help with assessing that, here is Novelkey's website for the Kailh Pro switches. And we can see that purple is tactile right there. And by pressing it, I can feel it's tactile. Now, I don't have any weight set up at the moment in regards to that, so I'm pretty sure we're talking about the Pro Purples here. Alrighty, so nothing too different. It's obviously just got the standard stem. It doesn't have the box stem or anything of that nature. It's a nice purple color. It's just a slight different shade to the Otemu purple, and it's also different to the Zeal purple. Now, noting that the color here is quite washed out because of my light supply here, but I can tell you it is a different shade, although it's very close to the Otemu purple stem. There's nothing else at the moment on this switch tester that has it. In terms of weight, 50 gram, actuation 1.7 mil, travel, and then 3.6 total travel. It's got a nice feel to it. They're a little bit scratchy, I feel. There's a bit of sort of resistance to it. They're not super smooth, but tactile bump wise, it's a very sort of classic type of bump. They feel nice, but I wouldn't say that they are super duper tactile. Good weight to them, good response. Now if I put them against, say, the Zeal switches, yeah, the Zeal switches still outperform them in terms of the tactility, so it's still not too bad. In regards to comparison to, say, like a brown, it's more tactile than a brown. It's firm, but not going to be beating out a Zeal switch. Zelio switch. Smoothness, it's okay. I'd say you'd probably want to lube these. Now, in regards to its sound, it's pretty quiet. It doesn't have any sort of upstroke dampening on it, but you know, it's okay. I wouldn't say they're terribly loud. When you flick it, there's a bit of a ping to it, but when are you going to be flicking it? Now, you might be wondering why I'm not dropping my mic down and flipping it down like I used to when I do switch reviews. It's because I'm using a ribbon mic, and the ribbon mics are a lot more sensitive in regards to the pickup and the sound and the profile, which is kind of good, which is what we kind of want. But the ribbon itself is a lot more delicate compared to a condenser. So I try to refrain from moving it around a lot. What I can do kind of is I can still swing it and move it down, but I wouldn't be laying it flat. So it's easier just for me, unless if I'm doing like a typing sound test with a keyboard, to just move the switches up to produce the sound as opposed to moving the microphone. Okay, so look, I'm going to say that these aren't anything super crash hot or special. It's a nice color. It's got a good feel to it, and I guess if you're looking for something that's got a bit of tactility, but you don't want too much tactility, then this would certainly be in a good range. Now, price-wise, with most of these Kailh switches these days, you know, it's pretty standard, looking at about $2.80 US, pack of 10, 28, is that right? 28 switches. Yeah, so 10 switches per pack, so 28 cents each, which is, it's alright. A little bit more expensive than the Gatorons, but they are nice switches. So, stem wobble, it's not too bad, nothing major. Probably because the 50 grams is holding that stem up quite nicely. And what I've just kind of noticed there is and I hadn't really noticed this because I wasn't looking for it. The stem has it's like a triangular top to where that channel goes. You can kind of see it there on the clear part. So the actual, it goes up like that, and then there's the flat bit on top rather than it being a straight channel. So by doing that, it actually, as the stem comes up, forces it into place and reduces the amount of wobble, which I think is actually quite a neat design. I'm not going to pull one of these apart, but just by looking through that window, I can see that the stem itself isn't shaped like that. It's still the straight sliding rail, whereas I guess if they made it to conform, it would actually be a lot less wobble because it's just going to be conforming to that space. So maybe that's something that they're working on, their ways of reducing stem wobble to fit that, but it just means your tolerances do have to be spot on to make that work. Now, as you can tell, I'm kind of running out of space here, so I don't really have a lot of options to put in, but I will put it down here next to this Kailh box switch, and that can join the switch collection down here. Okay, there you go. Cool bananas. Alright, well, thanks very much for checking out the video. It's pretty short, pretty simple, nothing too special. Seems to be fairly regularly available. So, Kailh Pro Purples. Please hit that like button, share button, bell button if you want to see our latest videos, get some notification, and of course, love and appreciate you subscribing to the channel. So thanks very much again, and of course, until next time, happy clacking.